Oh my God, we are live. I actually can't believe I was able to pull this off. Like this setup, I actually can't believe I was able to pull this off. The government did give me access to podcast equipment. Wow, you guys suck. Oh my God. As you may know, podcast equipment is illegal. I'm just kidding. It should. Because people like me should not have access to this type of equipment. Okay? It was yesterday. It was 3 in the morning. And I started doing some like mental math in my head. I have a camera that I bought to make silly gym videos and it never worked. I have a audio interface from another failed project of when I used to make music. And now I have a MacBook Pro with the bar thing to make it very specific for you audio listeners. My MacBook is the Pro, okay? So don't get it confused with any other form of MacBook thing. But yeah, this is happening. I have access to podcast equipment. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a podcast. This will get a absurd amount of 3 views, but it's good for the soul. It's good to just sit and talk, right? So, I'm not gonna make this like a 2-hour thing. I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet, like my friend Sabrina Carpenter says, right? We have like a couple topics for today. I did come prepared. They're rather silly, so this is not gonna be what is the intrinsic value of your existence, type of thing. It might be, it might turn out to be that, but you never know. But as of now, I'm just stoked that I was able to pull this engineering feature. Yeah, I was able to pull this off. I'm just happy that happened. Um, so let's get started, I guess, right? So in this topic of technology, we're gonna talk about AI Harry Potter. What? AI Harry Potter? Mateus, what are you talking about? So as of recently, in Brazil, my beautiful, beautiful home country of Brazil, there's this thing going on, and I'll show it to you guys. So if you're just listening, if you just have this on your background, that's fine. I'll describe it to you everything to the best of my ability. But if I'll try to put like the screen right here so you guys can watch it with me in case you are you're watching it. Yeah, you're watching it live. So this is AI Harry Potter, okay? And it's going rather viral, like 7 million views, 10 million views, and you're like, Mateus, like, what the hell is this? Okay, warning: this is boomer humor. Okay, this is the textbook definition of boomer humor. So this guy decided. This is so funny. I can't. This guy decided to, gather a group of friends, and he puts like a deep fake AI, and he's just recording silly videos with his friends, and he's Harry Potter. And they have midget Toretto from Fast and Furious. They have chubby Jackie Chan, and they have Will Smith, which is just a normal black guy. But it's just him and his friends having fun with AI, and it looks so fun with midget Toretto and Harry Potter. And Harry Potter is always drinking. Harry Potter, that's one thing about Harry Potter, bro. He'll always be drinking. Oh, wait, that wasn't a good joke, actually. Sorry, Daniel. Yeah, because Daniel seemed like it turned out that Harry was drunk on all the movies. Yeah, if you didn't know about that, Google. It's real. Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter, was drunk throughout the entirety of Harry Potter. Uh, but yeah, so this is fun and lighthearted. And here we have Eddie Murphy. They managed to invite Eddie Murphy to the crew, right? This is fun and lighthearted, but it does raise some concerns. I don't want to be that guy that, creates problems with everything. But just think of it this way. Just imagine that you're my brother, Daniel Radcliffe. And you wake up one morning and, and you have your morning scroll on Instagram. And you're like, what the flip? But they haven't heard Melanie Granger's here. Look, hey Ron, they got a ginger man to play Ron. And you're like, what the flip? This ain't me. It is a little scary to wake up in the morning and then you find out that your face is being used by some guy in Brazil that loves drinking his beer. But once you how do you say this? Once you dig a little deeper into this whole story, you find out that this guy's using the AI thing to promote his music. He's a singer and he's promoting his music. And he naturally does look a little bit like Harry Potter. So I guess he just took advantage of that. He made a very interesting marketing stunt. And he's good. E acho se terminou, e vamos down, é melhor deixar pra trás. This song is a bop, by the way. And he's using Daniel's face to promote his music. Now, that does raise some moral concerns, am I right? Imagine your face is being used to promote someone else's work, and you're just like, what the flip? What the flip is that? Bro, 29 million views. Daniel definitely saw this. There's no way. 37 million views. There's no way Daniel didn't see this. There's no way. 37 million views. Wow. Because it's AI Jackie Chan, bro. Look at this. And Jackie Chan looks so chubby and cute. I want to hug him. Do you not? And Harry has this, very, how do I describe this? This smirk on his face that he knows what the flip he's doing. But yeah, this is scary. It can get scarier because if you don't know the name of this technology, oh wait, you guys are listening to my music this whole time, right? You're listening to the ad play. Yeah. In case you're hearing this music in the background is what I'm listening to. If you're not, it's because I removed it on editing, so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I have this little meditation music playing on my headphones right now. But yeah, if the name for this technology, it's called deepfake. It's not new, and people have been using this to make, lo and behold, porn for a while now. And it is scary that someone can grab your face and just slap it on somebody else's body, like you're freaking. I don't know what's the horror character that uses people's faces. I don't know. I'm bad with horror, but there is someone that does that. So this is scary. Technology has gotten too good for our own good, right? Which brings us to our next topic. Technology is actually boring. A couple of days ago, I got a hold of this computer, this beautiful piece of technology and architecture, right? That's called a MacBook. I got it, right? As a gift from my aunt. Thank you, Auntie. If you're watching this, I love you. And I decided to download an emulator. Mac is not really good for gaming, but it definitely can run a PlayStation 2 game. right? So then I got the emulator, and I was looking through the list of the games because you can come to this website and you just download the ROMs, and then you just play it right on your computer like it's a PlayStation 2. And I was like, damn, these games are awesome. What? They have Prince of Persia. They have Bully. Oh my god, Americans like are sleeping on Bully, bro. Because in Brazil, everyone be playing this. Everyone be playing this. They have Bully. They have Metal Slug. They have. Let me see what else. That's fun here. Some of these games are just junk, bro. Crash, masterpiece, right? But then I was like, let me check what they have for PlayStation 3. So I went to the PlayStation 3 tab, and suddenly the games got boring. What? The games got boring? Yeah, the games got boring, bro. Like a lot of these games, like yeah, you have like some masterpieces, but you see what point I'm trying to get across with this. But the point is that back then, games used to be fun on their own. I got this one game that's called Looney Tunes Acme. What is it called again? Acme Arsenal. Acme Arsenal. And it's just a game about Looney Tunes characters with guns. I don't know how that. I don't know how they allowed that because to put Bugs Bunny with a shotgun in his hand, like that had to had like an iffy conversation on the HR room. But anyways, the game came out and it's fun on its own. You don't need internet. You don't need skins. You don't need battle passes. You don't need none of that. And like the game, it's good on its own. You can play the game by yourself and you'll be fun, which is a thing that a lot of these games, are lacking. And, some of these games are too complex. Like sometimes I just want a game that like I can like turn my mind off and just play. But some of these games are like too complex. Like it requires a lot of thinking. Games are not simple and fun. Games are complex and hard, and like it rely on multiplayer because technology got too good. That's my point. I think if technology stopped in like 2010, we would have been fine. Like what do we have on 2010? We have like the phones they flip on the side and there's a keyboard, and like it was cool because you could like close it and you make like a click sound, and that was cool. We had AirPods. I didn't have one, but like we had like MP3 players. So if you wanted music, you had a little device in your pocket just for music, and it could store like thousands and thousands of songs on it. And it was cool and simple, and it was fun and enjoyable. But I'm afraid that things nowadays are not fun anymore. You have AI Harry Potter, but then like you close the tab and then like somebody is using your face for porn. Like it's not fun. It's scary. Like things back then used to be simple and they were made to be fun, but nowadays things are made to almost like freaking scare you. Human made horrors beyond our comprehension, and I'm scared of where this is going because now you have to pay for everything, bro. I don't even want to get started on this topic. Like I don't even on like how you have to pay for everything nowadays, bro. Everything. I work at a restaurant, right? And we have this I don't even know why I'm talking about this. But we have like a sauce, like a yogurt sauce. Yogurt and garlic sauce. It's delicious. It's flipping delicious, bro. But it's $3 if you want to add the sauce on your food. $3. I have to pay for it because the food is not free, right? Okay, whatever. I'll pay for it. But $1.50 for the sauce. This was supposed to be America. And if there's one thing about America, you can get free sauce in America. Everyone knew that. Everyone knows that. You can get free sauce in America. So a couple of days ago, I went to Halloween Horror Nights. Okay? I don't want to talk about that. It was a traumatic experience. I don't want to talk about that. Okay? Now, I went to Halloween Horror Nights, and after that, my girlfriend, my beautiful girlfriend Sophia, was with me. And we are like, you know what? I'll buy you burgers. Let's go get burgers. It was a little too late, and after COVID, everything fucking flipping closes at like 10. After COVID, nothing's 24 hours anymore. That sucks. I don't want to get to that again either. I don't want to get to that. Anyways, we went to Wendy's, and I ordered this double deluxe, just the burger, not even the whole meal. And Sophia ordered, I don't remember, but it was like a simple burger. $17. How the flip? $17 for two burgers at Wendy's. This is not some artisanal gourmet restaurant location where they make their patties by hand and the French fries are called shareables. We're not talking about that whatsoever. We're talking about mother flipping Wendy's. Mother flipping flippily flip Wendy's, bro. And these goons have the audacity of charging me $17 for a burger. Now, it doesn't even end there, bro. That's the worst part. It doesn't even end there. Oh my god, have I not been recording this whole flipping time? The screen? Oh, I'm afraid I haven't. I haven't been recording the screen this whole time, or have I? Oh no, I have. Okay, good. Anyways, $17 for the flipping burger, bro. I was like, you know what? Fine. Trump's America. Anyways, move on. So then I saw on the window, the window that they slide on a drive-through, and it said, "Oh, new signature sauces." I was like, okay, let me get a sauce, to ease the pain that's going through my mouth right now that I just swallowed. That I pay 17 flip bucks for a burger at Wendy's. So then the lady turns. Oh my god, I'm getting I'm hyperventilating just talking about this. It pisses me off so much because I love fast food, bro. And this was the only thing. This was my safe space in this country. I could get a fast food burger for cheap. That was the only thing keeping me sane and alive. Like, oh my god, bro. Like, I can get a burger. I can go to like Wendy's and get a burger. And now this is slipping through my fingers like sand. It's just slowly fading away. And I'm watching it happen. Because the lady looks at me and she says, "Oh, you want sauce? I might have to charge you for sauce at Wendy's." What? What is going on? We have AI Harry Potter, which is awesome. But then I have to pay for flip sauce at Wendy's. That's outrageous. People have died for less in history. That's what people are not understanding. Like, people have died for less. In the history of humanity, people have died for a lot less. And now we're just here, domesticated animals, paying $1 extra for sauce at Wendy's after you paid $17 for just a burger. Not even the whole flip combo, just the burger. Now, and then I was like, you know what? Let me get my receipt, because like I want to keep this and show my kids, like, look, $17 for a burger at Wendy's. This is where this country went to crap. And then I would fall down into some right-wing pipeline because I'm old. I would tell my kids, this is where this country went to shit, kids. When I paid 17 flip dollars for a burger at Wendy's. And I've rubbed the receipt on their faces. And they're like, "Dad, what is this? A receipt? What the flip? It's a piece of paper. You guys had paper back then? You didn't get the receipt automatically transferred into your brain like we do nowadays? What?" and anyways, and she didn't have paper for the machine thing. So I didn't even get my receipt. Bro, do you understand? I paid $17. I didn't get sauces or a receipt, which I think is slightly illegal, by the way. If you ask for a receipt, they have to give it to you. But she's like, oh, I'm going to have to change the paper on the machine. Are you sure you want it? It was 3 in the morning, and I didn't want to bother the poor lady because she was just doing her job. And that's one thing about people. They're just doing their job. You know? The people that we have to be mad at are not them. She's just doing her flipping flip job, and she's gonna get off of Wendy's at 6 in the morning exhausted, and she's gonna go home and she's gonna sleep, and then she's gonna wake up and they do it all over again, charging people $1 for sauce. And this is gonna happen again and again and again and again until we have the mark of the beast implanted in our brain cells. You know, that's the direction that we're heading. And I'm sorry for kind of like like bringing this up and maybe ruining your day and making you realize that things are just not as fun anymore, bro. Like, yeah, we had PlayStation 2 games and Bugs Bunny was holding a shotgun, and nowadays we have Nintendo suing you if you have a mustache that looks like Mario's. Yeah, I mean, what else can I say? Technology is getting scarily boring. That's what I wanna. That's the message that I'm trying to convey to you guys today. Technology is getting scarily boring, but we still have each other, right? That's the thing, though. We still have each other. We get to wake up and enjoy each other's existence. Because at the end of the day, every single person that you see outside is a conglomerate of very complex and delicate experiences. And every single one of those experiences like worked in a way to shape that person to be that unique version of themselves. And I feel like we don't enjoy that like we should. We're so used to just having uh small talk with people and this and that, but every single person that you see out there is so complex. They're a world on their own, and worlds are meant to be explored, right? Isn't that where we're getting to with Daddy Elon Musk? Worlds are meant to be explored, and I love exploring people, talking to them, and learning how they became to be this beautiful conglomerate of experiences that they are nowadays. And I have my own, and therefore I think I'm rightfully uh, allowed to have access to a podcast to share them. This was pretty fun. I'm gonna definitely do this again. So if you watch or listen this far, I appreciate you guys. Make sure that you let me know what you think. Make sure that you do the whole thing that you already know, like liking, sharing, subscribing. Because a boy trying to eat his Wendy's, uh, and yeah, a couple clicks on the screen might give me Wendy's one day. A couple millions of clicks. I might add. I'm gonna make that more specific. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today. Uh, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.